Look closely at that stone edge. It is both weight and line, a chunk of earth arranged with intent. Once you learn to read it, a temple isn't just masonry. It is a sentence written with angles, a poem translated into sightlines. This video traces how people use geometry, ratios, alignments, and sightlines to make buildings that pointed to stars, marked seasons, and anchored authority. From naked rock to living ritual, every line had a purpose. Sacred geometry isn't a single formula. It's a family of practices, placing an axis to catch sunrise on a certain day, using a circle to represent the sky, or setting proportions so a building feels balanced. These choices solved practical problems, calendars, irrigation, orientation, while encoding social meaning. The sky became a measuring instrument and an argument for power. They did it with surprisingly simple tools. A straight pole in the ground, a gnomon, casts a shadow you can track to find solstices. A plumb line and a water basin give a true horizon. Roman surveyors used the groma to lay right angles. Egyptian survey teams used ropes knotted in equal intervals. Sightlines were set by eye, by rod, and often by repeat observation over many seasons. Precision came from patient repetition, not gadgetry. At Giza, the Great Pyramid aligns to the cardinal points within a tiny fraction of a degree. Some scholars see echoes of Orion's belt in the three-pyramid arrangement. Others caution against forcing sky maps onto ground plans. What we can say with confidence is this: Egyptian builders measured horizons and stars carefully. For a society that tied kings to the sky, aligning tombs was an act of theology. It made a pharaoh's death a movement into a cosmic order. Stonehenge works like a public clock and a stage. The long axis frames the summer sunrise and the winter sunset. At those moments, the light turns stone into spectacle. For farming communities, these cues timed sowing and harvest. For ritual, they staged the community's calendar. The circle gave a place to gather and a predictable cosmic event to gather around. Angkor Wat reads like a three-dimensional mandala. The central tower is the sacred mountain, the surrounding moat, the cosmic ocean. Walking its paths was a ritualized movement through a mythic map. Approach, ascend, encounter the center. The Khmer used symmetry and proportion to rehearse the world's sacred structure and the ruler's place within it. Teotihuacan's planners aligned major avenues with solar azimuths, placing pyramids and plazas so sunlight crossed spaces in choreographed ways on specific dates. The city arranged citizens inside a cosmic performance. Geometry here wasn't just religious, it was urban design, a calendar, a worldview, and a political theater in one layout. Cosmic math looks different north to south. The sky you point to changes with latitude. Polaris only works in one hemisphere. The Milky Way shifts. So sacred geometry adapts. The axis that matters at 51 degrees north is not the axis that matters at 15 degrees south. Builders used local stars and horizon markers. Sacred geometry is therefore local logic dressed in universal gestures. Newgrange in Ireland positions its passage to illuminate the inner chamber on the winter solstice dawn, a precise, repeatable effect. In the Sahara, Nabta circles aligned to summer solstice sunrise and star risings thousands of years ago. Long before complex writing, people marked time with stone. Those alignments are evidence of sustained observation and shared ritual. The geometry encoded communal memory. People love the idea of a single magical number, the golden ratio. But human builders used a range of proportions. Simple integer ratios, 2:1, 3:2, are common because they are easy to construct with ropes and rods. Where modern analysts find phi, it often reflects a preference for balance more than a secret cult of numbers. The point is pattern and audibility. Proportional systems make spaces feel ordered, and that ordered feeling communicates meaning. Geometry was a political tool. A ruler who stages a sunrise coronation frames legitimacy. The cosmos appears to bless the leader. Monuments that align to seasonal events anchor rituals that reinforce social hierarchy. Architecture becomes a stage for power. The math of a plaza is also the math of persuasion. Not every alignment is meaningful. Some patterns appear by chance, and some modern interpreters read star charts into scattered ruins. The difference lies in context. Repeated, culturally linked observations across time and sources build a stronger case than a single coincidence. Approach claims with curiosity, not credulity. Today's planner still borrows sacred geometry's language. Memorial axes, sightlines to domes, plazas designed to frame sunrises. The impulse to anchor human life in celestial rhythm continues. Geometry remains a tool for meaning, whether for prayer, memory, or spectacle. If you want a deep dive into one place, Giza's star connections, Stonehenge's calendar math, or Angkor's mandala plan, pick one in the comments and I'll unpack the maps, the measurements, and the rituals. I'm Kavorin. See you there.